In this video, I'm going to solve this question. Consider a gambling game where you have to throw two fair dice simultaneously. You would gain $2 for any even number that shows up and lose $1 for any odd number that shows up. What is your expected gain or loss from the game? First of all, instead of calling this gain or loss, I can just call it win. Right? What is the expected win from the game? It would be easier to speak that way. So I'm defining the random variable x as the amount you win. Okay, so it is a random variable and it is defined as the amount you win. And our purpose is to figure out the expected value of x. Okay. So to understand this question, take a look at this information that I have written over here. So the first thing that I have written over here is the sample space. Right? In total, we have 36 possible outcomes and all of these outcomes are equally likely. So I've divided these outcomes into three parts, that both the numbers that you get, they are even, both the numbers that you get, they are odd, and the third possibility is that one number is even and one number is odd. Now, if you take a look at this information that I have written, in the case of both even, we have 9 possible outcomes and these are those 9 possible outcomes. So the probability associated with this case that both the numbers are even is going to be 9 by 36. Similarly, in the case of both odd, we have 9 possible outcomes and these are those outcomes. And the probability of this case happening is going to be 9 by 36. And the last case that we have is that one number is even and one number is odd. So there are 18 possible outcomes in this particular case. So the probability for this third case happening is going to be 18 by 36. Now see, I'm able to write things in this manner because I had a lot of time to create this question, right? You will not have that much time in the exam when you're solving this question. So you might not be able to create this sort of visualization in the exam. So in the exam, when you create these three cases, you will have to figure out the number of cases that both are even in an intuitive manner instead of writing all of these possible outcomes. Okay, I have written possible outcomes so that you could see it properly. In the exam, you can use your basics of probability to find these probabilities in less amount of time. For example, if you want to find the probability that both the numbers are even, this is equal to the probability that you get even on first die intersection even on second die, right? And by even, I mean even number. And because both of these events are going to be independent, so this can be written as probability of even on first die multiplied by the probability of even on second die. So basically I just used the independence rule over here. Okay, and this is equal to 3 by 6 multiplied by 3 by 6. This is equal to 9 by 36. Okay, similarly you can find the probability that both of them are going to be odd by using this logic, and similarly you can find the probability that one of them is going to be even and one of them is going to be odd. So I'm assuming that you will be able to figure out these three probabilities on your own without even writing these outcomes in this manner. You can just follow your basics to find this probability because that's what you have to do in the exam to save your time. Okay, so now let's proceed further. So we have the probabilities for these three cases, 9 by 36, 9 by 36 and 18 by 36. And now let's figure out the corresponding values of x. Okay, now this is what many students do. So for the case of both even, the amount you win, many students think that the amount you win is going to be 4, right? Because it's written that you gain 2. So many of the students think that both of them are even, so the amount that you're going to win is going to be 4. For both of them odd, the amount that you're going to win is -1 because you're losing $1, so it's going to be -2. And for one even and one odd, students think that the amount is going to be +2 for even and -1 for odd, so this is going to be +1. So this is what many students write as the possible values of x. Well, these are not the right values of x because if you take a look at the language of the question, it is written you would gain $2 for any even number that shows up. It's not written that you would gain $2 for every even number. Okay, they have not written every over here. If they write every over here, that would mean if you get both the even numbers, then for every even number you are getting $2. So in total you are getting $4. Okay, so they have written you would gain $2 for any even number that shows up. So if someone takes a look at your output and they see that yes, there is some sort of even number over there, you just get $2. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether both of them are even or not. There is something even, you get $2. So instead of this, you're going to have 2 over here. Similarly, you're going to lose $1 for any odd number that shows up, not every. Okay, If they write every over here, that would mean for both odd keys, you will have -2. Okay, but now you will not have -2, you will just have -1. Okay, because someone is going to come and analyze your output, and your output will have odd numbers, and that means you will end up losing $1. So take a look at this language once again, that you're going to lose $1 for any odd number that shows up. Okay, so if you have an odd number in your output, you lose $1. So it's going to be -1 over here. And for this third case, this is right, you're going to have +1, because in your final output you have an even number and you have an odd number. So you're going to get +2 for the even number and -1 for the odd number. So this is fine, you're going to have +1 over here. So the values of x are not going to be 4, -2 and 1. The values of x are going to be 2, -1 and 1. So these are the right values of x that we are going to work with. And now for every value of x, you know the corresponding probability. So now we just have to apply the formula to calculate the expected value of x. So expected value of x is equal to 2 multiplied by 9 by 36. So 2 multiplied by 9 by 36 plus -1 multiplied by 9 by 36 plus 1 multiplied by 18 by 36. So this is equal to 18 by 36 minus 9 by 36 plus 18 by 36. So this is equal to 27 by 36, which is equal to 3 divided by 4. So the right answer is 3 divided by 4. So the expected value of x is 3 divided by 4.